Here are the 10 most interesting facts that most people don't know, but should. I've added a bit in detail where I deemed it necessary. Prepare to have your mind blown. 1. You're more likely to get a computer virus from visiting religious sites than adult sites. According to research from security firm Symantec, religious websites carry 3 times more malware threats than pornography sites. It found that the mean number of security threats on religious sites was around 115, compared to adult content sites which carried around 25. In fact, only 2.4% of adult sites were infected with malware. The researchers hypothesized that's because adult sites need to generate a profit, so there's a financial incentive to keeping them virus-free to encourage repeat business. I started off with this because it blew my mind. Growing up, many of us have heard how adult sites contain malware that can potentially harm our devices. Guess there was an ulterior motive after all. 2 bumblebees can fly higher than Mount Everest. Humans aren't the only organism that can reach the summit. According to a study, bumblebees can make it to the summit, too. Researchers who tracked 2 bees that were able to fly at more than 29,525 feet, or 9,000 meters, admitted that they were completely dumbfounded at the revelation. Honestly, I had to make sure this was true as it was very hard for me to comprehend at first. Guess I underestimated those stingers after all. 3. The majority of people in Iceland believe in elves. A 2007 University of Iceland survey found that 62% of Icelanders believe in real-life elves. In fact, in 2014, protesters claimed a proposed highway would destroy an elf church, which to most people was just a gigantic rock. The church was relocated to a safer place so that it would not be harmed, or should I say the elves wouldn't be harmed, and the construction continued. Though the rock weighed more than 70 tons and needed a crane to move it, the preservation of places important to the elves is paramount to Icelanders. Many have said that peril will befall those who dare to construct in elf territory, even though it cannot be seen, hence the church conundrum. 4. Armadillo shells can deflect bullets. In fact, one Texas man was actually hospitalized when a bullet he shot at an armadillo ricocheted and deflected off the animal and hit him right in the jaw. I bet you'd be more convinced if I said, Florida man, instead of, Texas man. 5. The inventor of the Pringles can is buried in one. In 1966, Frederick Bauer developed the ingenious idea for Procter & Gamble to uniformly stack chips inside a can instead of tossing them in a bag. Bauer was so proud of his invention that he wanted to take it to the grave, literally. 6. The current American flag was initially designed by an American high school student. The unbelievable story started as a school project for Bob Heft's junior year history class, and it only got him a B in 1958. His design had 50 stars even though Alaska and Hawaii weren't states at that period of time. Heft figured the two would earn statehood soon and nevertheless showed the government his design. After President Dwight D. Eisenhower called to say his design was approved, Heft's befuddled teacher changed his grade from B to an A. Insane if you ask me. 7. The first thing ever bought and sold on the internet was a bag of weed. I was expecting something more subtle, but okay boomer. Apparently some students from Stanford University had woken up and decided, hey, let's be the first people to order something on this new thing called the internet, and let's get high afterwards. Here's more detail if you want to hear. Researchers, the first thing ever sold on the internet was marijuana. 8 children of identical twins are genetically siblings, not cousins. Cousins whose parents are identical twins share 25% of their DNA, instead of the usual 12.5%. While full siblings share 50% of their DNA, half-siblings share 25%. That's why, though children of identical twins are legally cousins, they are genetically the equivalent of half-siblings. Mind-blowing if you ask me. 9. Apple actually has twice as much cash at hand than the US government. When you look at the balance sheets of Apple, they have around $160 billion in cash available. Microsoft has a little under $85 billion and the US Treasury only has $49 billion at hand to keep the government smoothly operating. 10. You are 1 centimeter taller in the morning compared to other times of day. Well, at least now I know when's the right time of day to measure my height. This phenomenon usually occurs because of our body science that works differently, both in the morning and evening. During the morning period when we are often busy with performing our routine activities, the cartilage in our knees and other parts begin to gradually compress. On the contrary, when we go to sleep, our body is at total rest and without any major movements, so our cartilage again comes back to its original form. This is one of the reasons why we are slightly taller by around 1 centimeter in the morning. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more upcoming videos.